I'm gonna get back when I feel like, when I feel like, when I feel like, when I feel get back when I feel like.
Tim, wonderful to have you on the studio and welcome to the European Cricket Championships. It's just fantastic to have you here. Just like to know, what are some of your very first memories of cricket?
In one of my first games I had my box, I didn't have a jock strap, so my box floated to my left knee. And my friends, we had a street full of cricketers. It sometimes comes up.
Right.
I think I must have been 6 or something.
6, yeah?
Yeah.
Wow, so you got involved early.
Yeah, I have 2 older brothers and they were always short, so my dad let me go, but I had to field long stop and preferably did not bat, but I wanted to bat, so I just went in.
And did your dad play cricket?
Yeah, he played. He played when he was like 18. But funny enough, my mum scored for her dad and her brother, so both my parents had cricket blood running through them.
Wow, and what club was your dad playing for?
Excelsior 20 in Schiedam, and my mum was also there, so that's where they met.
Wow, okay. How old were they when they met?
Must have been early 20s. And then my dad studied in England for a while, and when he came back he got a job in Voorburg. So we started living there. I wasn't born yet, but apparently there was a very small cricket club in Voorburg, and the neighbors got members when playing there. He quit after 1 year, but the rest of the street continued, and we're still there.
Wow, so were you playing backyard cricket and front yard cricket as well?
Street cricket. We only have small gardens in the Netherlands, so my dad often had to drive the car out of the garage, and we had the run up. And we could bowl in there if it was raining, so that was nice. And we had a ball on a string, and we had a mattress on the top of the garage door, so we could hit. And sometimes we missed and the lightning went, but my mum and dad were very supportive of us playing sport, so it wasn't a real problem.
And when you were playing in the street, was it with a tennis ball?
Tennis ball, yeah.
With some bit of tape around it?
No, we didn't have that luxury. It was just tennis ball. Maybe wind balls as well if they were around, but definitely not the hard balls. For the hard balls, we actually went to the local park with 3 or 4 hand mowers and cut the grass and acted as if we were at Lord's. So,
I mean, it's beautiful when you're playing on a real turf pitch or a real cricket, and just as a youngster thinking about, I actually used to, back home in the off season, I would go and actually steal bits of turf from Scarborough Cricket Club in Perth, and I'd take it home and I'd put it in the garden, and then I'd hope it would grow.
Yeah.
I'd hope the turf would grow into a turf pitch. It never grew, but it was amazing. It's because it's cherished turf, right? This is how you want to play.
We didn't have that luxury in the Netherlands, turf wickets. So I think I was 15 before I played my first match on turf. So. On an overseas trip with under 15s. So
when you were playing your street cricket, was it about technique or was it about hitting the ball far?
Nobody knew anything about cricket. It was just hitting far. And I remember one of my brothers in the park hit one into the ditch, and for us it was the biggest 6 ever. I went back like 20 years ago, and it was such a small distance. Well, we lived our dream there. It was fantastic. And in the winter we did ice skating there in the same park, so
right,
good place.
Yeah. And when did you debut for the Netherlands?
That was 19. I was a little older. I came from a small club. We didn't have any coaching, so I developed my cricket later than at these days. I was 21, I think, my first tour to Namibia.
Right, and that was 50 over cricket?
50 over cricket.
Were you still wearing whites then?
Yeah.
Yeah, red ball, whites, 50 over cricket.
Yeah.
Yep. And the team there, did you have coaching staff, did you have a manager, or was it an ICC event?
No, that was a preparation tour for the ICC 1990 qualification tournament for the World Cup. And we had our manager he had a very high position in a certain company. And I will never forget the words. He said, "Guys, I found a sponsor. We can go to to Dubai actually we went to play cricket." And later I found out he paid for everything.
Right, that's nice. No, that's how it happens, right?
Yeah.
It's about passionate, crazy people that just want to do everything to help the club and help the community.
Yeah, and we all had guys who did work during the off days and stuff like that. So luckily things have changed, but that's how it was, and we were very happy to go to Dubai in 1989, so we didn't complain.
Yeah, and your World Cup experiences?
Yeah, first in that 1990 qualifier we lost to Zimbabwe. Fair enough, they were miles ahead of us. 1994 we knew what to do. Zimbabwe was out, they became a test country. So we had to finish in the top 3, 14 countries to the South African World Cup, and we managed to win the place for the third, win the match for the third place. So then we had the tour to the World Cup in India, and that was just something else. Eh?
And obviously that's what the boys are going through right now.
Yeah,
it's a special
probably
moment.
double the hectic, because at those days it was popular, but now it's crazy.
Oh, I'm not sure. I've seen some of the footage on Instagram. They look like they're having a pretty good time.
Yeah.
How was it back then? So was India even wilder and crazy, and buses and cars and traffic and organisation?
Yeah, but we had the escorts. Buses. The bus could go straight through. We never had any traffic jams or something. But one of the best memories is driving in a bus to the opening ceremony in Kolkata, Eden Gardens, and we did go very slow, and there were just hundreds of thousands of people waving at us, and we were, who's here? But they were there for us. It was.
And is that where you played against Tendulkar in that World Cup?
No, that is 7 years later in South Africa, 2003.
And what happened there?
Yeah, well, I was 35 then. I had never taken a wicket. I had never scored a 50. So my goals were, do that. Before I retire, I want to get a wicket and I want to get a 50. So the first match we played, I bowled a slow ball to Tendulkar. He got it on the top of the handle. The keeper was standing up. I like that, and he caught the ball. So my first wicket was Sachin Tendulkar. And till this day, Indians know about it. I find it totally amazing. But Netherlands is full of Indians now. They all know. It's amazing.
Incredible. When was the last time you were in India?
That's probably then. Yeah. I never went back.
Yeah. I think you'd still be famous there now. I mean,
I go there next Tuesday. And then in 3 weeks' time again, so
wonderful.
I hope not.
I think you could be a well-known man.
Yeah.
Obviously, with what the family is doing now, you should be very, very proud.
Yeah, I have to blame Bas for that.
No, it's fantastic. And then obviously some upsets for Dutch cricket you're involved in.
Well, not particularly upset, but we won our first match in 2003, beating Namibia, one of the other associate countries. 2007 we beat Scotland, one of the other associates. Then I retired, and then the big successes came. So I think they were waiting for me to leave. They beat England in the T20, and they beat England again, beat Bangladesh, and well, they keep going now. It's fantastic.
Yeah. Well, these, I say upsets, but they aren't upsets. They shouldn't be upsets, because the more higher competitive cricket that's being played, there's some amazing things that happen. Yep. Level playing field happens, and then anything's possible.
Yeah, and they truly believe they will win 2 or 3 games, and they refuse to use the word upset. So their mind share is changing in their place. I think the commentators have a little way to go, because they think Afghanistan beating England is an upset. I don't think so, especially in those conditions.
Yep. No, it's about believing, as you said earlier. And obviously, thank you for being such a supporter of T10 cricket as a new format. How do you see it? How do you think it helps or hinders cricketers?
Well, it is massive help for changing your mindset, because you cannot miss a ball almost. And for some batters, they have to learn to let go of it, because there will be situations in T20s and in 50 over matches where chasing 110 in the last 10, and you can do it. And because you have done it here, you probably know that it's not about hard hitting and tight hands. You have to relax and time the ball and find gaps and be innovative. So I think it's a massive thing. And you see the bowlers, if they miss their length, it's gone.
So it's about poise and calmness and that belief in your technique and in everything you've learnt, right?
Yeah, I think so. You have to prepare before every innings. You have to prepare your innings. If you can know what the bowler does, you can have a plan. And here it's double that. You have to be so ready to take risks, but limited risk possibly. So
no, we're really proud, because obviously what Scotty and Max did at the ECL 19, scoring 222 in 10 overs was probably mind-blowing for them, but they understood the situation that they could do it. But that really set a high bar for what could be done. And then obviously here in your team last year, now I think there's 6 of those guys that are now playing in the World Cup.
Yeah.
And I hope that what they just that believe in the inventiveness and thinking on their feet, and it's a huge asset for a cricketer that then goes down into playing longer form cricket.
Definitely,
because anything's possible there. Yeah, and yourself now, are you actively coaching? That's
I love coaching under 12s, under 14, under 16 guys, because you can really make a difference in their life, I believe. And this is just a cherry on the cake. I love it. These guys are so passionate, and coaching, you cannot see the results of your efforts, but like yesterday's game was not very good, and today they turned it around, and that is very pleasing to see.
So there's structures of kids playing 12 and 13, 14-year-old cricket that you're involved in every Saturday, Sunday in the summer?
Unfortunately, only the Sundays, because Saturdays are for seniors back home, and the football and hockey goes on forever. So we decided to have youth cricket on Sundays, and then we play as many regional matches with the talented guys midweek and in holidays. And we try in the winter to have indoor matches. So
I've seen you've got quite a few indoor facilities now for the winter, right?
Yeah, it's Rotterdam has had the oldest one, and now Amsterdam and Voorburg have one. Utrecht has one, and in The Hague they're thinking of another one. So it's picking up.
And you have several children playing the game.
2.
Yep.
Bas is the oldest, 23, and Tom is 15.
And Tom loves his cricket?
He loves it, yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah. And there was a few street battles in the last 10 years?
Nah, Bas was away since 7 years, so 5 years, 6 years maybe, but not battles. They help each other out, and I hope they can play a game together one day.
Yeah, well, we'd love to see Tom here.
Yeah, maybe in 2 years' time.
Yeah, in a few years' time.
Has to work a bit on a few things.
And you're involved in cricket on a daily basis with your sports store as well, right?
Yeah. It's cricket and coaching, and we're trying to start organizing tours from next year on to India or South Africa. We don't know yet, because there's a lot of Indians playing. I'm trying to promote the game as best as I can.
Yeah, and Dutch cricketers to go to India to get that experience.
Yeah.
It needs to be a natural progression. That's where the top cricket is being
Absolutely.
played.
And completely new surfaces they play on, the conditions they play in. So it'll be a test for them. They might have to play a game feeling sick, and it's character building.
Yeah, it is. No, cricket is a wonderful sport. I think what you've brought to the sport in the Netherlands, I mean, not only your name, but just the way you hold yourself as being such a great positive character. Always, appreciating everyone and appreciating all the spirit of cricket as well. You've made a massive influence in coming here, and I just want to thank you for being such a great supporter of what we do here. But what you do for the youth and development of Dutch game is absolutely vital. Without you,
thank you for the kind words.
Yeah, we're in a better place with you there and all your efforts. So thanks, Tim.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Cheers, man.